disturbing case out of Peoria, where a man is accused of sexually abusing more than 10 children. I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Mitch Carr in for Mark Curtis. Tonight, police say there are likely more victims out there. I want to warn you, some of what you'll hear is disturbing. It's a troubling story for everyone, especially parents. But police need help finding other victims.
Team 12's Bianca Bono is live outside of Peoria Police Department with the details. Bianca.
Yeah, guys, the allegations in court documents are hard to stomach. Many of them too horrific to report tonight. But at the center of this case, the suspect's computer, which his former roommate tells me he was always protective of.
That doesn't make sense to me.
William Deacon shocked to learn what his former roommate and friend Nate Fredricksen is accused of: child molestation and sexual conduct with a minor. Making matters worse, police say it was happening in the Peoria home they lived in together.
I was probably the one who knew him the best, and I never would have guessed.
Fredricksen, who used to work as a private tutor, facing nearly 40 charges after Peoria police say a 10-year-old and 12-year-old came forward telling their mom Fredricksen showed them videos of himself performing sexual acts on other children. An already disturbing case. But when police started investigating, they couldn't believe what they found.
There's over 100,000 different images and videos combined. Just absolutely disgusting.
Thousands of videos, which police say were taken over the past several years, showing Fredricksen sexually abusing children and forcing the children to abuse each other. All of them found on Fredricksen's computer and hard drive, which Deacon says he was always protective of.
He was protective of his laptop. He'd expressed interest before, he had talked to me a couple times. He was talking about how he was worried about judgment because he knew that he was interested in attributes that are common in younger people. He liked women that appeared younger.
Deacon saying Fredricksen's children brought friends over to their home a couple times a month, but he never noticed anything inappropriate.
He went out of his way to try to be a good dad. That's all I ever saw from him.
Now, as Deacon tries to cope with the news, child sex crimes detectives dealing with an unimaginable task, combing through the videos, hoping to identify every victim out there.
Our detectives are working hard to make sure that this case is handled correctly and that he, gets the punishment he deserves.
And Peoria police say they do have programs in place like counseling for children who have experienced abuse. And they're asking the public now that anyone whose children may have had contact with Fredricksen to contact them. Meantime, Fredricksen is being held on a $250,000 cash-only bond. We're live in Peoria tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News at 10.